Hello and welcome to Central Coast Disc Golf coverage of the 2019 Canadian National Championships from Prince Edward Island. I am Nate Sexton, joined by a new commentary partner, Mr. Nate Perkins. We got double Nate coming your way.
Man, I'm going to be honest, I've been looking forward to this for quite some time, Nate.
Oh, I like to hear that. We got a great course. We're at the Huckett course today, and some crazy circumstances. We got a five-some. We're starting at 7:30 a.m.
Hurricane Dorian.
Hurricane Dorian is in town, and well, about to be in town, and we're playing just 13 holes starting at 7:30 a.m. You saw the scores there. I have the lead over Thomas, James in third, and Paul and Peter on the card as well. Hole 1, par 4, 410 feet, 125 meters. This one goes slightly to the right and uphill, and there is an OB Creek down on the left side. It's kind of a short par 4, so pretty gettable out of the gate. But again, 7:30 a.m., all those gaps look kind of tight.
Yeah, you said it. The circumstances here are like nothing we've ever seen before.
I'm going with an orc. This is pretty much what I want out of this shot, just trying to go up the fairway and get a little bit of a right finish. Still probably have 150 feet.
That's a premium forehand right there, though, to get that close.
And this is Canada's favorite son, Thomas Gilbert. A little inside, but no trees.
And this is James Conrad with a Ching Rock. Oh. That was inside.
And wow, no trees and a little flying bounce. And really not any problem. I mean, he's obviously it was a pretty late release, but could have been much, much worse. And good height under it from Paul.
About as high as you can throw it.
Yeah.
He was going to air past your
orc. Definitely. And now Peter McBride from California.
Nickname Butters on the tour for that smooth form that he's got. That's a gatekeeper that he's breaking around the corner.
Big drive and really probably the best angle. I mean, you don't really want to go down there near the water, but you see that James has a few trees to miss. I doubt Peter really has anything in his way from down there. James a little bit above the pin, but well inside circle 1. Thomas going to go with the pig.
We really can't stress enough how different it is for us to wake up at 5, 6 a.m. and get out here and with almost no warm-up at all.
Yeah, you could get here as early as you want, but most of us weren't getting there too early. I mean, it was windy. There's a hurricane coming. It's pretty cold. Just trying to get a good breakfast into you, and as you can see, Peter wide open here.
Good touch on that approach.
This is a brand new disc to my bag, the AVR X3.
Really?
Just trying to figure it out. It's still I like to use it in situations like that where I feel like I can't mess it up. It's kind of slowly building confidence so that I can use it in a bigger variety of situations. And you can tell how cold it is. You see Chandler Fry, an absolute bear of a man, in a full-on down jacket.
And Thomas Gilbert with that classic Canada sweatshirt.
And James Conrad with that classic Virginia T-shirt. Not bothered at all.
Apparently he runs warm, but he always looks so cold.
A lot of birdie putts going in here for the group.
That firefly action.
Oh, yeah. Paul in for birdie. And Peter in for birdie.
And you and Thomas went for a combined 25 down after that first round.
And we had James on the card too at 10 under. It was a really some high level golf being played out there at the Hillcrest course. We had a fun time.
A sweet all-star on 1.
Yeah, definitely. On to hole 2, par 4, 495. This one is a dogleg hard right, so it's really a 2-shot hole. There's no way to navigate this in one. You get up here and you break hard right, find this landing zone, and then you've got the tunnel to the pin. If you execute the drive well, the tunnel shot that you have left is probably going to be under 200 feet. So you really just need to throw around that corner. You can go back in, turn over, or forehand. I'd say forehand is the more popular option if you have it, but I doubt we're going to see that out of James.
So are you stepping the stability up here a little bit?
Yeah, this is a more overstable orc, and it was a bad line, but a good result.
Oh, still an orc.
Yep, this is just a newer orc.
Okay.
I think Thomas is probably going beat up Firebird.
Yeah, that definitely looked like a sexy bird right there.
Yeah.
Little straight, but a good tree. He's still going to have a look down that tunnel.
Yeah. And James, as you might expect,
He's
getting
going
that flippy JK.
old greenie, as we like to call it.
Yeah, and what a shot.
Yeah, this one's a little more pinched off than hole one. It doesn't really cater toward that backhand line.
No, not at all. And Paul's got this a little juiced as well. But again, that's a good tree. That just sends him right back to the middle. Not a lot to that next shot. Got a fairly wide gap, probably 250 feet left. And that looks about perfect.
Yeah, that was smooth from Peter. He's been working on that forehand a little bit. Not a ton of distance, but in good position.
And this course, this is a private course, and we played it last year. It was pretty much brand new at the time, and it's already looking so much better. I mean, it looked good then, but they're really making all that effort to bring the grass into the woods. It's a fun property to play on.
And we're talking about a really small community of people working on this course, too.
Yes.
Pretty special.
Good shot there from Paul. The whole province of Prince Edward Island, I believe, is only 150,000 people, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a bustling place. It's
Canada's smallest province.
Yeah. And James.
Look at this, just flip up.
Perfect shot. I'm going with the Firebird here. A little lazy, but not too bad.
I would say that these are probably some pretty good starting holes for a 7:30 a.m. round.
Yeah, a soft par 4, is kind of a nice place to be. Wow, as Thomas almost connects from probably 60 feet. Because you can kind of scramble your way to something okay. You don't need this big booming shot. Peter a little low and right. Paul for birdie. Nicely done.
No problem from 28 feet. Now, what would you rate your confidence level going into a putt like that? 25, 28 feet down the hill?
I mean, every putt's different.
Mm-hmm.
That particular putt was probably a nice 8 or 9 out of 10. If I'm rating confidence in that way.
Yeah.
The little bit of downhill, the lack of wind, that it ends up looking pretty easy. But there's other days where that putt might look hard. You never really know. If there's a headwind and a drop off behind the basket, I might be dipping down into the 3-4 range from that distance some days.
And from a pure spectator stance, it seems like the confidence level is there.
That's what we want. We want those spectators thinking we never get nervous. But, sometimes we kind of do. 2 holes in. James at 2 down, Paul at 2 down, and I am at 2 down. Thomas and Peter at 1. Hole 3, our first par 3, and it's a short one, 256 feet, 78 meters, but you can see that prevailing slope from the right down to the left. Rollaway is a big issue here. You're going to see a lot of players take the forehand in, but then you're going to have to worry about how that reacts with the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Backhand putter, also a decent play. I'm going with a Firebird.
Yeah, you really want to... Wow. Okay. That's one way to keep it from rolling.
Yeah. Use the pole when I can.
That was awesome.
And James, I doubt that's the line he's looking for, but it's not going to end up mattering much. I mean, he went a little right, but he's, again, well inside the circle. Pretty big gap over there as well. Paul kind of put
the zone.
Yeah, with the zone going over the basket.
Giving that a little bid.
Thomas with the pig.
And, hats off to Ricky Wysocki. I mean, he brought the pig back to life, did he not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're probably biased because we are pros. We're players, but you love to think that we have that kind of influence. And you hope we do, because that means that we have value. If there's people that care about what we're throwing and want to try to do the same thing and emulate our styles, that's a great thing for our future as players and for the future of the professional game as a whole, I think. But I think you are right. I'm seeing a lot more pigs. Thomas has just a regular stamp.
All over the place.
Yeah. Thomas has a regular stamp, but he made sure to go get that Wysocki autograph on there. So
did he
still
really?
Got the good luck. Yeah.
It's great because Thomas he's an elite level talent, but he's still such a fan.
Yeah, he's watching every video.
It's awesome. I mean, I am too, guys. Don't let me kid you.
As we see birdie putt after birdie putt here, everybody with some pretty nice drives.
Peter doing a little house cleaning for his tap-in.
Ooh, a little high, but it sticks. I find that's an important part of my routine. I do not like standing on like a stick or a rock or something that I have the option of moving. Just don't quite get that solid connection with the ground. Don't have as good a balance as I would like to have. Little slow-mo look. Little wobble at the beginning's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
Even I do it. Don't worry about that.
Absolutely, guys. And another all-star.
Yeah.
Second one of the round.
Hole 4. You know I got to do it. Par
Just say
3?
It,
Par
say
3?
It.
Let's go par 4 here because this is 453 feet way uphill behind a million trees. So the best drive you could possibly throw is like right here where the drone is now. And you've still got a whole lot of work left from there. There is a nice hyzer gap. There's also a backdoor forehand gap. This is a tough hole.
Yeah, if one is a 2-shot hole, this is certainly a 2-shot hole.
I think this is harder than 1 or 2.
I think so as well. I mean, you're not even considering trying to get up the hill.
And the gap is maybe the tightest gap.
Yeah. It's definitely the tightest gap we've thrown in the first 4. I mean, James is going putter off the tee.
Oh, and takes the kick, but the second kick may be helpful. Doesn't go deep woods.
That'll be a tricky spot right there.
Paul with the big forehand climbing the hill.
And he's been doing this for years, but he always seems to be forehanding a faster disc than everyone else.
Yeah, he was always a distance driver guy. And still is, you know, but now that he has that zone, that's something where he's kind of taken speed off in some situations. Yep. But yeah, he is very comfortable working a 12-speed type disc in under 300-foot distance.
Yep.
Great shot from Peter.
Yeah, Paul told me today that zone shot is his most improved shot since switching.
I could believe that. And look at this aggressive play from James. That is a crush.
Wow. Puts it inside circle
down,
2.
Way down there. Really no business getting to up near the pin there, but that's James style for you. This is Thomas's Corvette.
A Corvette?
Yeah, he likes to forehand that Corvette when he needs a little flip up.
Is that
speed 14?
14 speed?
Yeah.
Wow.
Peter has that hyzer window.
Yeah.
That's
well done.
Nice. I'm going for that backdoor forehand line.
And that was tracking.
Got to get around that, unfortunately. Set up kind of a long putt. Paul does a better job. He hits a tree still, but he got to the last tree, so it kicked him a little closer. James from probably 50.
Looking down at his hand.
That would have been a ridiculous 3. And technically
just outside.
my first bogey of the tournament right there, and I was not happy about that.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Technically the first
I was sort
bogey.
of joking with the group about like, oh, nice par save, guys, as they were tapping in these sick birdies. I think I probably said nice par save to Paul right there.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm sure they'll change the par. It's a fun hole, just not the right par.
And it's a tough position to be in as the local when you go to set par. You're like, if I set it too low, these guys are going to come in, they're going to shoot 20 down, and they're going to make this course look like a joke when it's really not.
For sure. It's really not the most important thing, whether the par, but just it's just one of those things that'll get flushed out as the course gets more play and as the Canadian Nationals, keeps coming back to this venue, as I'm sure it will. Over the next 10 years, I'm sure they'll get plenty of chances with the enthusiastic community they have up there, and everything's going to get sorted out. These courses are just going to keep getting better. As we see James just striding onto the tee pad.
Look how steep that hyzer release is with that green putter.
It has to be.
Might be the flippiest disc on tour.
Eagle McMahon's got a couple freaky ones.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Hole 5, par 3, 255. This one has two gaps. You can kind of go as the drone goes here through the backhand, right-hand gap. And there's also sort of a forehand flex play on the other side of that tree island. Kind of an interesting thing how they left those stumps there. Really
USDGC style, man.
For sure. It can really annoy you if you're in the right spot. Paul does not hit the gap here.
That's a small gap on the right. Camera makes it look a little bigger than it is, but this is the more popular play, I'd say, is something over the top.
Thomas missed the shot pretty badly, but look out.
Is that real? No way.
Yeah, he was heading in the woods, but he got a friendly. We kept joking, man, there's a Canadian maple tree back there, huh? It looked like only first, but apparently there was a Canadian maple back there. Knocked you right back to the pin.
I really like this play. I'm biased as well, but this is the over-the-top Anheuser to land soft like that.
It takes all the trees out of play. So if you can throw that shot, it's a nice option.
You're going to have somewhat of an obstructed putt right there.
A little bit. And James is just like Paul, misses the fairway.
No way.
But he also misses the trees.
Come on,
guys. He's up there on the green.
This is what you're doing on the lead card. It's like Peter's going for that right gap.
Missing it. Parking it.
There's no trees. No way.
Paul's got something to say about the trees, but everybody else, Thomas, James, and Peter, very fortunate.
And it's so funny, Nate, because you already knew that it was going to go right through the trees.
I did. Paul with a decent bid. Frustrated to make par here, I'm sure.
I mean, pars just have to feel just horrible for that guy.
Few and far between. Good birdie.
Yeah, I mean, we got all these stats nowadays, Nate, and they released a stat the other day that he's birdied 57% of all holes this year.
That's a nice clip.
It's amazing. Over half.
Well, look out, quite a bit over half.
Yeah. Looks like you're just right enough that you're going to be able to.
Yeah, I had to go kind of wide straddle, and then I aimed a little bit right of the pole. Usually I'm kind of aiming right at the pole. This one I kind of tried to get a little cute, put it in on the right side just to make sure I didn't hit any of that stump.
It's a good putt. An unfortunate birdie from McBride after going straight, and Thomas probably the most fortunate of the group. I mean, he was going to be 60, 70 feet right into the woods.
Yeah, who knows what's over there. Could have been bad, but great roll out.
Super smooth. Look at that follow through.
And Thomas hanging tough. I haven't got any strokes on him yet. He's still there, just one back for the tournament. Hole 6, par 3, definitely not 495. This hole is probably more like
360?
380,
Yeah,
360.
Yep.
It's downhill through these trees. You can definitely go putter if you're James. It's not out of his range in any way at that slow speed, but you're going to see guys mostly go to mid-ranges, I would think. Come down this hill, just try to miss the trees. You also have to worry about the creek/small river, whatever you want to call it, halfway to the hole. That's going to play OB.
Do you know what Thomas is throwing right there? What's that die
That's
disc?
a Rock 3, I think.
right.
A Star Rock 3.
Like a brainwave die?
Yeah, it's got some crazy colors on it.
Are you the type of player that's looking at the T sign, looking at the distance, or are you kind of feeling it out?
I mean, certainly this one I'm knowing right away it's wrong. But generally, I mean, I might glance over there, but yeah, it doesn't usually make me change my mind. James does go with that putter, getting overstable. That's really nice. I threw my orc and hit pretty short, but happy to clear the creek.
And there's that gatekeeper. That's on a solid line. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
That was 2 ace runs. For my money, that counts as 2.
It sure was.
And this is getting overstable for Paul.
Is that the buzz? Is that a buzz that he just
I don't know.
left it with Heiser?
I'm not sure which mid it is.
Does he have 2 zones? Does he have a black one and a different one?
Not that I know of. Thank you. I threw the dart there. I was pretty happy with the effort. Thomas's birdie look. Come on, Thomas.
Wow.
Good
No.
night. 70-footer uphill to move into a tie for first.
Man, I was just going to comment on how much spin he can generate with so little movement. I
Yeah.
mean, normally you're seeing someone like fully jump toward that.
Yeah, he can. The kid can putt. He can really get some rotation on it.
I mean, that was it was 50, 60 footer, but
At least.
uphill playing more like a 90 footer, you know?
Yeah, I got to think it was 60, in real distance, but like you're saying, much longer than that effectively. There's the course owner, Charlie, in the blue jacket. Big thanks to him for all the hours, man, the thousands of hours that
They
he
did
probably put in
work.
out here.
Yeah.
Really a privilege to be able to come up here and play on these venues.
Yeah, oh, look at this.
What a bomb.
I mean, left the frame. Wow. To tie it up? To
Yeah.
take the box?
Yeah, 3
Tie
birdies,
it
2
up.
pars for the group. Thomas at 16. Hole 7, par 3, 495, and this one might be a little closer to the real distance. This is a bomb. This one has the OB line all the way down that left side. Kind of a cool touch to put all the corn there on the line. And then the right side's not out of bounds, but it does drop off pretty well, and obviously it's thick woods. So you can go big driver if you want here, but it is a bit windy.
Yeah, mentally the right side almost feels like OB.
Yeah, it it's not worse than a penalty, but it could be just as bad as. Thomas flips it over a little bit. James Thunderbird. And this looks pretty nice. Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, par 3, but definitely feels like an eagle if you card the 2 here.
Yeah. Especially if the wind is up at all.
Yeah. Nice looking enforcer from Peter. Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for. Something that pushes those right trees and finishes on a soft hyzer so that it doesn't skip out of bounds. And you're actually opting to go with the forehand.
Yeah, I just figure I'm going for a 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
This is really wide.
That had to have been wider than you intended.
It was.
And it actually touches out of bounds.
Yes.
And skips back in.
Yes, it was a bit of a kind of heart skips a beat moment for me where I was like, ooh, wow, that's not what I was thinking about. But
And Paul with the Austin Hannum force.
And that's a nice shot. But you see how long the hole is. I mean, Paul isn't going all out there, but he's laying into a controlled golf shot. And he's still got some distance left. Thomas up first with the Firebird forehand.
And it's got to be a great feeling to see your competitors throwing your disc.
It is fun. You get that happening, I'm sure, too, with the Night Strike.
Every now and then, man. But you're beating them and they're throwing your disc. And that is just based. It doesn't even move.
I got to use those chips.
There's like 6 inches of chips and it just stuck right in them. And this has a chance.
Oh, Peter.
Dude, no. And it's rolling. That was just a couple inches short. Look at that smile. He can't hold it back.
So close. And James getting aggressive as well.
Wow. Those are some great bids. I mean, you can't really see on the camera right now, but it was decently windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the wind kind of messing with Paul's Luna right there.
Oh, man, that roll away.
Man, almost throws it in, and he's going to end up carding a 4.
Thomas with a nice 3.
Yeah, I got to wonder if all of Canada is just cheering him on right now. He's just repping him so hard right now with that sweater.
I think they are. I mean, the ones that are aware of disc golf, they're Thomas fans. I mean, it's hard not to be. You know, he's obviously a bright future ahead of him if he keeps with the game. And
he's 19?
20, just newly 20.
Just turned 20.
That's going to do it, folks, for our first 7 holes, just with this 13-hole shortened round. We're going to be back with you with the back 6, I guess we'll call it. We've got some more really tough holes to come. Central Coast, thank you for being out there in PEI and giving us the coverage. Nate and Nate, we'll be back shortly.